Shalom, shalom. Call halal, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Makaf, Dash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone to teach them well. Peace and salutations be to hopeful elect. And brother tells I'm going to coming at you with another lesson. This one's going to be based upon the scripture. It's going to be a quick lesson. It's going to be based upon 2 Peter chapter 1 and verse 20. It says, knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation. Alright? It says no prophecy is of any private interpretation, man. So these scriptures don't mean what you want them to mean. Alright? They have they have breakdowns to them, and they have a set there's a curriculum on these scriptures that teaches what these scriptures mean, and the elders of GMS, the elders and apostles of GMS, go into those breakdowns, man, and establish those breakdowns of these scriptures. All right, you can't just go in your own way, thinking, "Oh, I'm off the spirit. I can see it through the spirit. This means this, and this means that." The scriptures say, before you become teachers, you have need that you be taught. Again, you be taught before you can become teachers, man. All right, you need to be retaught. All right, from everything cleaning off that, wiping that slate clean from everything and learning the true doctrine and the true breakdowns to the scriptures. All right, learning the truth of all these things, man. But if you can't do that, the Lord ain't dealing with you, man. All right, you ain't humble enough to do that, which is a problem. Either you think you this and you think you the shit. Scripture say, if any man thinketh himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself. You're deceiving yourself, man. All right, you're just living a lie. All right, and then you being prideful at that. Okay, boasting in your knowledge. All right, you gotta understand, it's the Most High, YAHAWASHI, who giveth the increase. So knowledge, wisdom, and understanding comes from YAHAWASHI. It's not of your own. You don't just pick it up off the floor, find it sitting around in a dirty laundry basket bin. All right, you don't just find this knowledge, this truth, and this understanding anywhere. You got to be taught first. I had this prideful ass Jake come in my DMs one time, telling me, trying to teach me, and telling me this and that, but he had this ought, he had this ought with the elders of Great Millstone. I was like, I learned from the elders of Great Millstone, man. I'm not a part of GMS, but I'm under the banner of Great Millstone. All right, meaning I learn from them, and I believe in what they preach and what they teach, man, wholeheartedly. And he was basically trying to get me from believing in GMS, stop me from following GMS. And I was like, what the hell? And I ended up finding out it was because he was like, I was like, what's your problem with GMS? What's your problem with the elders? Well, you seem like you got a ought with them to a point where you're just trying to get me away from them. He was like, they ain't got the truth. They ain't dealing righteously. I was like, what the hell? I was like, okay, somebody must have hurt his feelings. I was like, who hurt you? And he pretty much talking about Elder Gabar. Elder Gabar called him I think he called him a fairy. He said it was a fairy. Something like that. Because he was talking about, and I see what Elder Gabar was talking about, because the man was coming at me like a female, trying to be soft-hearted. Oh, we gotta love them, brother. We gotta love everybody, brother. I'm like, what the hell, bro? You're a man. Get on my face with that, man. You know what I'm saying? Brother, you can't be talking like that, brother. Papa, please don't talk to me like that, brother. I'm like, man, what the hell? Now I see what you're talking about. I see why you call him fairy. All right? He thinks shit is all peaches and cream. Shit is sweet. You just want to be, he thinks shit is just going to be sweet all the time. And then I went to go look at the man's works. Before I could judge him, I had to go look at his works. All right? And it looked like he was just fresh out of GMS, just trying to find his own path. And you could tell that he just wasn't, He wasn't there. He wasn't getting it. His breakdowns were off. All right. He wasn't. He was teaching mostly the true doctrine, but some things you could hear when you catch on to it. Some things are off about him. You know, some things he didn't believe in, some things he didn't think was right. I was like, all right, this man he ain't got it, man. And then that's when I was able to judge him. Like, all right, you're going off, buddy. You're going off. If Elder Gabar called you a fairy, then you're a fairy, dude. It's just what it is, man. That's how I had to talk to him, man, because, like, you know, you can't, in this manner, at this point, you can't even talk to him but, on brother-to-brother terms. You got to talk to him like a child. Because if you fall out of this truth, man, truthfully, you're like a child. You're just a kid. You're a kid that was pouting. All right, you couldn't handle the fire, and you fell out of the truth. It says, knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation. For the prophecy came not in the old time by the will of men. Okay, it don't come, you don't just, like I said, you can't just make this stuff up, man. All right, you can't just make these things up. There's a set way about going, you know, there's a set way to go about things with these scriptures, man. All right, these scriptures ain't just sitting here. And these ain't just scriptures for you to sit here and manipulate and say this is that and this is that. Oh, I think this is that. Oh, in my heart, this means this. Okay, that's that Christianity doctrine bullshit, man. That's that shit that Esau would tell you. In my heart, it believes this, so I'm gonna go with that, buddy. Have a good day. You know, that's what the Edomite would tell you, man. That's what they would tell you. And now it's getting to Jake, you know. I ain't gonna say now, it's been on Jake, man. They just be falling for the okie doke. You can't teach Jake. You're too stiff-necked. Alright. I'm gonna grab this in the book of Revelation, chapter 22 and verse 18. For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And there's many plagues that's written in this book, man. Many. Okay. You ain't supposed to be just putting your own little input on the scriptures, putting your own little droplet on the scriptures, just because you think you being led by the Rakakwadash, okay? Every man that labored in this thing for 35 years up, that been led by the Rakakwadash for 35 years plus, man. And you get some kind of enlightenment and think you big mad scientist now, okay? It don't work like that, man. Things don't really slide your way. Okay, it's not going to slide the way you want it to. There's order. All right? There's always been an order in this thing. The Lord does not deal with disorder. He's, he deals with order, man. Everything the Lord does is in order. So it's not going to be, he's not, like the scriptures say, he's not the author of confusion. All right? Everything must be done in order, decently and in order, man. So you can't just... Oh, I'm enlightened, brother. I just woke up to something higher than anybody ever woke up to. All right, you don't know what the Lord revealed to other men. There's men in this truth that the Lord has revealed stuff to that they may have not even said anything about it. They may have just kept it to themselves. There's elect men in the world that the Lord may have revealed stuff to, and they don't even know the truth yet. So they can't say anything about it. They're just like, damn, what just happened? You know what I'm saying? The Lord, okay, he gives everybody their measure. And for you to come in, first of all, you come in the wrong spirit when you in this truth trying to leap ahead of everybody, trying to boast of yourself. What scripture say? Don't speak highly of yourself. Let others speak for you, man. All right, because if you are a man of rep, if you have reputation, if you like the elders, for example. The elders have reputation. They're men of they're men of renown. Okay? Meaning what? They're very well known and they're spoken well of. Why? And there's people that speak ill of the elders, but there's many people that speak well of the elders also. That's because they have rep and they have that experience. Okay? You can't just come in here thinking that you can skip over all their years and work and patience and labors of love, man. You think you can't just come in here thinking you can skip past all that and be over them, be top dog. It doesn't work like that. All right, when the Lord raised up prophets out of nowhere, these men never boasted in themselves. Your scriptures was written about them. Okay, there were scriptures written about them, and people wrote of them. They didn't write, of themselves. I did this, I did that, I slayed a lion and a bear. No, these things were written of other men. Okay, Yahawashi. Okay, there were writers writing about Yahawashi. Yahawashi was writing for himself. Yahawashi wasn't walking around saying, "Yeah, I just healed a blind man." Because what? This was a part of being meek and humble. That's how you have to be in this truth. You gotta be meek and humble, man. All right. Everything you do is unto the Lord. It doesn't matter if you trying to speak about yourself and speak on yourself and say you know this and you know that and you did this and you've done that. Then you're just trying to get glory of men. It doesn't matter what if you done this or not. Okay? If you're trying to speak on it just to get a reaction out of people, you're seeking to get glory of men instead of glory of YAHAWASHI, which is not, a righteous thing to do. That's what you want to, that's how you want to feel. Then you're probably not going to have many more things done through you by the Lord. Or say, I did this to this man, and he go telling the whole world that he did it. And it just doesn't work like that, man. You gotta sit down, man. You gotta settle down and let things be done decently in order. Well, if you settle down, the Lord will carry you through this thing, man. The Lord will carry you. Okay? He'll bring you up, like the scriptures say, is the Lord who give the increase. He'll bring you up, and he can also bring you down. All right, the Lord will sit you down right in your seat. Now, as the scripture says, it says, if any man shall add unto these things, Yahawashi shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, Yahawashi shall take away his part out of the book of life, and out of the holy city, and from the things which are written in this book. You hear that, man? You're gonna have to pay if you take it away from this thing, man. If you leave and stuff out, you wanna, That's why when we, that's also why when we drop scriptures, when we drop in scriptures, we don't leave any of the scripture out. We don't say, all right, I'm done. This is the only part I wanted to expound on. We don't say that. If we put a scripture down, write a scripture down, we put a scripture down and under a post to explain what's going on in the post, we may have only meant for one part of that scripture to explain that, to expound that picture. We may have only meant for one part of that scripture to expound upon that picture or that video or whatever it may have been, that topic. But the whole scripture must be put in there so that you can have a full understanding. All right, that we may not be, that we may be found blameless when it comes to preaching the gospel, man. All right, that we ain't caught, taking anything away from the scriptures. Somebody can read that and think that's all that scripture says, but there may be more to that scripture. All right, the Lord said you got to pay if you're doing things like this, man. All right. Let's see. It's like I'm driving right now. It's kind of hard to type some scriptures in. Says, this is the book of John, chapter 16, verse 13. Howbeit, when he, the Spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you into all truth. For he shall not speak of himself, but whatsoever he shall hear, that shall he speak, and he will shew you things to come. All right, and this ain't, this ain't just saying you gonna wake up, spirit, the Rakakwa doctrine we placed upon you, all right, and you just gonna be the greatest man on earth. it don't work like that, man. Just saying, when you get the Rakakodash, you're gonna understand the truth. Okay, you're gonna see things. You're gonna start to see things, the world differently. You're gonna look at things differently. You're gonna be able to understand the scriptures. All right, you're gonna be able to have dreams of things happening in the future. Okay, the Lord gonna be able to deal with you. This don't mean you're gonna be the top man, the top dog on earth, just because you open a book and start reading. All right, there's a lot of things that come with this truth, man. It's not just having the knowledge, all right, but there's a way of going about having this knowledge, and different things that come with this knowledge. Many different things that come with this knowledge, man. This truth ain't just about knowledge. Now the scriptures say knowledge puffeth up. Okay, so you get knowledge, you may get big-headed and start giving credit to yourself instead of credit to YAHAWASHI, and that's where you will end up going off at. All right, you can't do that, man. You cannot do that. That is a very costly thing. That's going to cost you a lot. All right, to proudly boast in the works that the Lord did for you, and you take them and claim them that as your own, as if you did them. You know, it's not looking good on your part, man. But anyway, I'm gonna close it out with that. I truly hope this lesson was edifying to your Akim and Al-Gwath. Until next time, Yasharala, say call halal, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, Kakodash. Shalom.